my name is Zana Burkey and welcome to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, I'm a young adult fiction author and today I am finally doing an update for Big Brother Canada. I say finally because I did not realize the season started, you guys. I was doing a live video earlier this week and I mentioned it casually and someone was like, oh yeah, that's already going. And I was like, cute, haven't watched anything, so now I've binged it and here we are, finally caught up and woo, what a night. Before we get into everything that happened tonight, I did quickly want to update you guys on my thoughts and feelings on this entire season. I've been watching Big Brother Canada since season 4 and I absolutely love it. I've also been watching Big Brother US since season like 6 or 7. So clearly, I love Big Brother. It is my absolute favorite and I love doing update videos on it, mostly to start the conversation here on my channel. That being said, this season of Big Brother Canada is amazing. I already love it so much. Right off the bat, we have this fantastic house. The whole idea is about writing your own story because the people that are playing the game this year in season 8 are going to be the heroes and villains of future seasons. You know it. They're going to be the next Kevin and Ika and all these different personalities. They have the opportunity to be the next big showmance, power duo, the next amazing alliance like the Pretty Boys or whatever the case may be. So they're currently writing their own story and I absolutely love this Origins theme. Super cool. The house looks amazing. Love everything about it. So anyway, the season began and another twist that they did in the game that I really loved was a first week with no HOH. Instead, the 4 people that were in danger and up for potential eviction were voted on by Canada. I thought that was really cool and it really brings in an important factor that like Canada's voting, they're responsible for you know, choosing different things in the game and I think it's just a really good way to start the game instead of like, oh yeah, I've known you for 5 minutes so I guess I'll put you on the block. Like this felt a little bit more real and authentic of a way to get rid of someone. Well, the 4 people that were in the lowest of the voting category, I'm not really sure how that vote went. Again, I was way behind the curve on this one. Plus, I don't live in Canada so I can't really vote on and things anyway. That being said, if you're an American also watching this or in any other country and you would like my link I use to watch BBCan, I will put it in the description. But anyway, the 4 people that were left, they had to compete in a series of competitions to find out what the final 2 would be. And I have to say that getting to see them compete really allowed me to get to know them. And it made it honestly a little bit more sad and a bummer when in the end, Nico decided to self-evict. That is the first time ever in BBCan that has happened. So it took a full 8 seasons before someone self-evicted. It was definitely a shocking moment for sure. You could see his mental state deteriorating though, and I wish him nothing but the best. Like they said, or like Arissa said, production felt like that was the best choice for him and they were wishing him good luck. By the way, Arissa was in the studio, but there was no audience just because of everything with the coronavirus. That being said, some of the people that really stood out to me that first week were definitely Suzanne. I feel like her personality is just really fun. I also really enjoyed Maddie and getting to see her kind of get to know Mike was really cool. I liked both of them for sure. I also really enjoyed Brooke. I feel like her personality is one that I, for one, could get along with very well. She's maybe a little bit more quiet and laid back, but I feel like in Big Brother, it's sometimes really nice to have those type of personalities for sure. Anyway, the weeks continued on. We started to see the gameplay being played, and I was kind of bummed to see that Chris started targeting Mike, largely because of Maddie. I didn't really like Chris from the start, and when he started kind of saying this stuff about how he wanted to get Mike out so that the girls would pay attention to him instead, that just felt very kind of jealous and egotistical, and I for one was not on board for it. And so it was a bummer to see everything go down, to see Maddie left in the house. I did like his exit though. They did have their little moment, Mike and Maddie did. But yeah, it made for, you know, an interesting first official eviction and backdoor of the season. Going into this week though, I was pretty excited to see that Sheldon won HOH. He seems like a really chill guy, a really cool guy. He's working with Brooke, also with Kyle and Vanessa, and so I for one was excited to see what his HOH would hold. Kyle isn't maybe my favorite just because he's a little over the top. It's Big Brother after all though, so you know. And I did notice that Vanessa was kind of becoming really good friends with Min, and I really don't care much for her just because she is all over the place. Her relationship with Jamar is very strange. Brooke described it best as it's kind of like a car accident where you should look away but you can't stop watching, except I really didn't need to keep watching, so there was that. But anyway, Sheldon decided to go ahead and put Maddie and Brianna. No. Wow, you guys, my brain just turned off. Rihanna literally had to Google search it because my brain went whoop. So Maddie and Rihanna were on the block, and they were 2 of the 4-part Victor's alliance, Mike being the other part, and then John Luke, who's still in the house. And I was, for one, bummed. I didn't want to see either of them go home, so I was hoping for some kind of miracle with HOH, or with veto competition, sorry. And I was, for one, really glad to see that Maddie was able to win with the help of John Luke, which, oh my gosh, that comp might be my favorite as of right now this season. Carol was doing the commentary for it. I don't know if she made up her lines or if production did, but I was dying. It was so good, and I'm not gonna lie, Chris and Kyle earned some points in my book by basically not competing because they couldn't figure it out, and so instead they just ate cookies and danced. It was so good. Also, Hira, oh my gosh, I love Hira so much. I love everything that he represents, and the fact that he's having an opportunity to share his culture with the world, but also most especially how he was saying that, like, in trying to do the competition where they had 2 people that had to, like, hold a ball together with their faces, he basically kissed his partner. I can't remember who it was right now. Nope, can't remember. But basically, he started to apologize for his wife, and I thought he was going to apologize for kissing someone, but say, like, oh, it's just a game. But he's like, sorry, it's prom night. And I lost it. I literally lost it. I laughed so hard. It was amazing. It was just so good. It was so good. So anyway, sorry. I'm going to laugh at that one for another minute or 2. Anyway, so that competition ended. Maddie took herself off the block, and in the end, Sheldon, along with his alliance, decided they needed to put Min on the block. It was a good decision for him in that it was a decision that made it look like it was the whole house's decision versus him targeting, which he's trying to keep blood off his hands. Him and Brooke both, who are working together, and oh my gosh, I love them. I am a big fan of showmances, even though I don't think they should be there till the end of the game, and I, for one, would love to see the 2 of them in a showman's, or at least a final 2 ride or die type of a situation. Love them so much. Anyway, that brings us all to tonight's episode, where we have both Rihanna and Min on the block. I thought I knew how the day was going to go, but right from the start, it didn't go that way at all, because we started off with Arissa filming from home. She was explaining that she was choosing to stay home because of everything going on with the coronavirus. And then she also said straight away that in tonight's episode, 2 people were removed from the game. Not evicted, removed from the game. I spent the entire episode stressed and wondering when the other shoe would drop and when we would see what happened. But before we got to that, we had an amazingly beautiful moment where the entire house was told about the coronavirus and how serious things are. It was fantastic to see the group set aside gameplay and just come together as people to care for each other, to check about their family, to read letters from home. There's no have-nots this week because, as production said, like, right now they shouldn't have to worry about eating or sleeping. They should be able to just focus on each other, on their families, on the game. They're going to continue to give them updates from home. So I'm very excited that they chose to make that decision. It was a really great, beautiful moment. However, it was quickly juxtaposed with the rest of the episode. Very quickly, we started to see tensions rise, and through a house meeting that turned very volatile, Jamar was asked to leave the house. I did see one small clip online where it looked like he was possibly threatening Kyle or other house guests. I don't know the extent of it. Arissa did say that some things that were shown in the live feeds were part of the factors, and some stuff that was not shown were also part of the factors that led to him being removed from the house. But it was definitely shocking for sure, and seeing Min like deal with all of that and have to cope with the fact that her like basically showmance was now gone, her closest ally was gone, was really, really hard. And so it was a really tough moment, and you could see everyone was shocked. And then immediately after, Arissa came with the news that Kyle was also removed from the house. Now, they didn't show any of the clips, and I did a little bit of research online, but it seemed to be a lot of speculation. Basically, a couple things have happened throughout the show, throughout the season, that production, when adding them all up and looking back, they felt that he was not to stay in the game any longer. I don't know any of these specifics there, but what I do know is that it was both heartbreaking and a good thing. Heartbreaking because I'm sure he didn't want to leave the game, but I think a good thing because he is married and has kids. I know he was very worried about their health just with everything with Corona, and so part of me is happy that he gets to be home with his family, since I'm sure it's very difficult being a father and being away from your family. So that's the like small silver lining in that cloud, I guess. But it was really, really shocking. Everyone everyone was super shocked, especially Sheldon, who went up to the HOH room just to kind of process, because him and Brooke are like definitely like a duo, but he also was very close to Kyle, and so it hit him really, really hard. Going into HOH though, we got to find out that Sheldon would be allowed to compete because his HOH basically didn't happen. And I did look up some results. So if you don't want any spoilers, skip ahead a bit or don't watch the rest of the video until you know results. I don't know. Either way. But basically, HOH went down tonight and all of the contestants had to hold a bar. And it was basically like an upper body strength challenge, which if I had to compete, I would be gone in like 30 seconds. So I was really glad I wasn't competing. But right away from the very beginning, I could see that Sheldon was making the best choices. He had like a reverse grip. He was keeping his arms locked in an L. I've watched a lot of American Ninja Warrior and I knew this was the right decision to make. And I am so happy to say that Sheldon won. That means he is back-to-back HOH technically, although last HOH did not go as planned. I am a little nervous to see who he's going to choose to target, just because of the fact that he kind of made this deal with Rihanna and Maddie that him and Brooke want to work with the two of them, so obviously he can't put them on the block, but then who is that going to leave? I don't think he wants to get a lot of blood on his hands, but now here he is in a situation where he has to get blood on his hands. I think targeting Chris would be a great idea, and also targeting Min because she's already been on the block might be a good idea. It'll be interesting to see though. We have to wait till Sunday to find out more. But that's how the game's going right now. In past Big Brother seasons, I have done a predictions video where I talk about just kind of who I think's going home in what order. I kind of just do like a slideshow of that. And then I've also done it before where I pull names from my shark bowl, whose name is Sushi, just because it's a crapshoot in games like this and you never know what's going to happen. So let me know your thoughts and feelings if you're interested in me making one of those videos still. I think I'm going to do once a week updates for Big Brother Canada just because there's not much going on with cheerleading now, unfortunately, just with everything with Corona. So I figure, you know, might as well. So let me know if that's something that you're interested in. And then also make sure you guys, give this video a thumbs up, and most importantly, comment below your thoughts, your feelings. Like, where is your headspace at with just everything that's going down? How did you feel about the two removals from the house? How do you feel about the self-eviction? How do you feel about the evictions in general? Who's your favorite? Who's your least favorite? Like, talk to me about all the things. None of my real life friends watch Big Brother, and so to have us community to do so here on YouTube is like my favorite. I absolutely love it. Even when my videos about Big Brother are not like my most watched content, I still make them every single time because I want to hear from you guys. I want to talk about it. I need an excuse to talk about it, and a video is a great reason. So let me know your thoughts, your feelings, your favorites, all the things. I'm actually probably going to go on YouTube right now and look up a whole bunch of clips because I want to see more of what's going on in the house, and I haven't very much yet, so I definitely need to do that. Plus, you know, that's so much more fun than hanging up laundry, right? Finally, though, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel with notifications on so you find out as soon as new videos are posted. Like I said, I will be doing a weekly Big Brother Canada update. If you would like me to do a predictions video, I also add that in there. But I'm really excited to see where this season goes, and I'm really hoping they bring back the triple eviction. It's such a crazy, insane, intense moment, and I love it. Even though in keeping Kevin, it caused the French Connection to go home in season 4. I'm still a little bitter about that. But anyway, I will be doing updates. I will be doing all the things with Big Brother Canada, so stay tuned for it. I'm excited for this season and all the twists and turns it will hold. It's been a crazy couple of weeks so far, and I can't imagine where it's going to go from here. But anyway, thank you guys all so much for watching this insane update crazy video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you all soon.